Hello everyone and welcome to the final 9 of the 2020 Southern Nationals here from Cinco Lagos Disc Golf Course. Run Productions coming to you here. I'm Felix.
And I'm Conrad.
Conrad, this is it. Final 9, top 4 competing for the championships here. What do we got?
What we have is Spalding County putting on a great show of their property here. This final 9 is going to be most of the back 9, a few holes from the front. They're going to skip a few holes. But we're going to see some action from Isaac Robinson, Matty O, Ezra Robinson, and Dave Feldberg. I'm excited. I don't know what to say.
Of course.
I'm just excited for disc golf right now. Right now I am.
We'll start it off. We are hole 1 is technically hole 8. And this is a par 3 coming in at 375 feet. Pretty much a power hyzer to get there. You want to avoid the water on the left. You want to avoid the water on the initial drive. Shouldn't be an issue for these power arms.
The two ones that were on the culvert.
Here's another something to note on the holes and the pars. The PDJ website had everything listed as par 3s. So we'll be mentioning par 4s, but you'll see they'll be scored against a par 3.
Isaac's starting us off here with that wide hyzer. If he beats that tree,
that is perfect.
Parks it. That's about where Ezra, his brother, was during the front 9 of the last round on this property. So going tip for tat.
Matty left his a little long the first time he came through here on this hole. So let's see what he does for redemption here. Definitely put it higher.
Still a little right, but he looks like... Oh, that needs to settle.
Yeah.
All right, he'll be okay. Have a little uphill look at it, so... Not as scary as putting downhill at it towards the water.
With the wind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ezra here probably looking to get inside of his brother's line. Pushing this out about the same height as he had last time.
Yeah.
Installing nicely.
Whoa.
Oh, okay.
All right, that's trying to one-up everyone with an ace there. That's a nice ace run. I like how he did that professionally. Ace run pro.
And Dave Feldberg here, the 2008 world champion, fighting his way from the chase card and battling to be here on this final 9.
I like to envision me a little bit in Dave, since we're about the same age, that I can hang with these youngsters, but I don't have the years of experience that Dave has.
Dave has flipped this a little right. The wind is kind of pushing it. He's trying to fight back.
And it's right there on the edge.
So he's going to have some work to do there to try to get back in position. You can see he's not too happy with that one. So we'll have a long look at it here from the bushes. That ABR Pro. Oh, wow.
Yeah, let's run that one back.
Dave here. Let's go. Stepping through.
Just so casually. Just right in the heart of the chains. Yes.
That's about as good as you can do it. Yes, sir. Nicely done there. Throwing that same... He's been throwing that AVR. Just did it in the bag recently. I think he said he's had that thing for like 18 years. That same AVR. Nicely done, Matty-O. Keeping pace.
Yeah.
That's the way you want to start this final 9. And the Robinsons here are parked, so it looks like we're going to have ourselves a star frame to start off this back 9. Isaac going first. That means Ezra was closer. So in the battle of the Robinson brothers, it's one for Ezra so far.
All right, so we're going to move on to hole 9, which is hole 2 for the back. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to keep that straight. Anyway, it is a par 3, playing a 280, but definitely not a give me with the way that it's laid out here.
During our back 9 of the round 3, everyone went forehand. We talked about there is a slight hyzer window here, and you can see Isaac has opted for that.
Yeah, and as the catch cam, I was not expecting the disc to come from that direction. So kind of surprised me, but put him right there inside circle 2.
Matteo did go forehand on this hole the first round and was able to get up and down for the par.
Yeah, he did hit a tree a little early. So let's see if he makes an adjustment here.
And you can see by the leaves here and his shirt and the flags and the sound of the microphone and everything, there's a ripping wind and it's a headwind that's kind of coming at these guys. Put this one a little higher.
Yeah, and he gets out here to this...
to the flat there.
Yeah.
Ezra during the...
Look at the little flags. They're just...
Yeah, they're whipping.
Looks like they're out at sea or something.
Now, Ez went forehand the first time. This time he's taking that tight hyzer line.
And...
sailing past the catch cam, and he's inside the circle.
Freaking parking it. That's astounding. Just, it's disgusting, really, is what it is, that he can do that.
Yeah, I couldn't get over enough to the left to show you how tight of a line they're actually throwing through from the tee, but it can't be more than a 15-foot window.
That had the right everything on it, including the height.
Yeah. And Dave puring that line as well. Needs some skip, and he gets it.
Skip.
Needs to check.
It puts him a little bit...
probably just outside the circle there.
outside the circle, but in a peculiar place with those trees. He's still in the trees, so to speak. Matteo is just...
parking it.
Yep.
Smart play. Using the ground there to kind of stop it and slow it down. Isaac's running this.
Oh, ooh, good backstop.
What a tree.
Yes.
I like you, tree.
Yeah, here we go.
Dave focusing in here. Good height.
Oh,
man.
So close. Yeah, having to go around that one tree probably just took off the ideal angle. Is here with the tap in, essentially.
He's going to card the only birdie on this hole.
Yeah, because the first round we didn't have anyone with a...
Yeah, nobody birdied this on round 3. Only Ez birdied it here, and that's going to bring it to a 3-way tie at the top right now at 28 under.
28 under, yeah.
We've got ourselves a battle. All right, our third hole is hole 10, a par... Well, it's going to play as a par 3 here. At 385 feet, you are navigating this tight tunnel the entire way. There is thick trouble on the right. There's water on the left. There's a sloping green that takes you and filters you down towards the water. So ideally, you want to throw something straight as possible that's going to check up, kind of minimize the ground play. This looks a little high.
Yeah, catches some cabbage. And
That needs to check down before it gets in the water. No out of bounds markers coming up, so it looks like he's safe.
yeah.
Might have gotten away with one there.
He I bet you he didn't want to end up over on the right side like he did the
Previous round, yeah. Isaac here checking the wind. Ooh. Oh, that's stable.
Height. Yeah. It's coming in hot.
Oh,
Wow. The one skinny tree.
that helped. That was going OB.
That one of all the space, he hit the one skinny tree. Perfect to stop the disc. See what Matteo does here.
Matty throws that red disc a lot on these longer drives. Ooh, that's turning.
It's turning too much to the right.
It filtered back out though, kind of towards the edge there. Yeah, if you saw the back nine of round 3, Matteo was in a similar spot, and then he just at that point he was playing as a par 4. He rang up the eagle from a similar spot. Dave's put a good move on this. Just needs to kind of settle. Got a little stable on him.
Yeah, I think those trees helped. I think that was hit at OB2 if it didn't hit anything.
I think Ez and Dave are going to be in similar areas here. So Ezra Robinson throwing out, that needs to settle.
Yeah, that's fine. It's a little further away than he would ideally want to be, but I think from where he was, the angle is just...
it's tough to control that because it's, like we said, it's sloping down towards the water. It kind of runs away from.
And you don't want to go too far right. I think that right there is a better move. You don't want to go too far right because of the bushes. So
that's a veteran upshot right there, controlling the angle beautifully. Matty O, can he do this again?
Can he do it? Can he? He's trying.
Get up.
Oh, all right.
Oh, good run.
Yeah.
Settles down nicely for him too. Isaac contending with one branch, sitting on his shoulder. Nice putt.
What branch?
Yeah, the run up to he was probably 30, 35-ish, somewhere around there.
His circle too.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure.
Ezra here with a little work to do to save his par on this, since it is playing as a par 3. And he cashes it in. Yep. No fear.
We'll have Dave tap in for his par as well.
And Matty O with a little bit of work here to finish up.
Yep.
So 3 pars and a birdie on that hole.
We see the Robinson brothers both taking 2 birdies, leaving Matty O and Feldberg with 1. So gaining the stroke there. Moving on to this hole 11, the 4th one of our card. Yep, there you go. Par 4, really playing as a par 3 and not 350. That graphic is totally useless.
Everything's a par 3.
Yes. So we'll see how they attack this. Again, nothing but trouble on the right the entire way. Even past the green, there's trouble on the right. So you just want to avoid the right at all costs. And find the middle. That is the name of the game.
Oh, this is turning.
Wow. Is it going to stay out? And he gets the friendly kick out.
Oh, what a kick.
Wow.
That is a ways up there.
It is.
That will work. You're right, sir. Ez was throwing this disc quite a bit during the 3rd round, and it gets some turn, whatever it is. Probably older D2.
Oh, and it's lifting up too.
Oh, that needs to fight back out. It's carrying up at the top there.
That is trouble. I don't know how. Yeah.
He's put a hurting on that disc though.
Oh yeah, it's up there.
Oh, this whole it's not really 650.
Yeah, definitely not.
But he got it all of probably close to 5 bills.
Oh yeah.
Matty O kind of pushing that right side again. Hopefully he didn't go in too far into that thick stuff. It's a forest in there for sure. Dave here throwing in an older Eco Destroyer. Good luck trying to find these. And he's put a nice move on it.
Is it going to stay out though? The wind.
It is shaping that fairway beautifully.
Oh yeah.
Look at this shot.
Wow.
Dead smack in the middle. Yes, sir. That's all of 500 feet to get out there.
Matty O having to do a kneeling patent pending.
Do you get extra points for this?
Only if you're wearing shades.
Okay. He's turning this nicely.
And attacking the green.
Oof. That was spicy though. It'll be interesting to see where he actually ended up because that had some zip to it. Isaac fluffed that one.
Fluffed that, yeah.
He knows.
I don't know if it's because he was trying to get over the trees or what.
Dave with a long look at it too here.
It's a jump put at it too.
He's got the best look of anybody. Ooh. Nicely done. A pretty stress-free par there. You see Ezra going deep into the forest. He's somewhere in there.
I see him. For that being off the tee.
Oh no.
And being that close to the basket, that is just astounding.
But he's got some work to do just to try to save a par now. This is probably all of 30 feet. And he rings it up.
There wasn't any work. That was just routine. What you talking about, man?
Yeah, just a normal putt. Isaac with some work to do, putting uphill, and right side catches it. Nicely done.
I've said this before about Isaac's putt. It just looks too casual. Like, it's just annoying how casual it looks and how
How accurate it is.
Yeah. And let's see if we can find where Matty O.
I think he sees it.
Yeah, he's going back where he was before.
Yeah, he should be pretty familiar with that area. He was back there during round 3.
Oh yeah.
See some of his red shirt
on the ground again, kneeling.
Oh, this is a tough. That's
wow.
He got out.
Yeah, and I bet you it was a rough deal just to do that from in there, because that is thick.
Yeah. Dave stepping right up here to go ahead and deliver his putt.
There it is.
See Matteo emerging from the shadows there in the back. Hopefully tick free. Dropping it up. That's a tough bogey, man.
Yeah.
The second shot was just so aggressive. And
Well,
it
I
almost
mean,
paid off.
you see the card that he's playing against.
Yeah, this is the final 9. So, hole 13. This is our 5th hole here. Par 3 coming in at 325 feet. A pretty standard hyzer until it's not. For some reason, this hole plays a little bit tougher than you would think, specifically because of the wind. That tree on the right side that you saw as we were flying the drone in does play a factor, and the green does tend to run away towards the water a bit. Isaac putting a move on this, cutting inside of that tree.
Yeah.
And he has settled in safely.
That's the scary thing about going inside the tree is it does kind of bring the water into play a little bit more than going around it.
Ezra's made the correction from the previous round.
Ooh.
That needs to settle. Yeah, during the 3rd round, he had pushed it wide right and just kind of stayed out there with the headwind.
I think he went with a faster disc this time, too.
Possibly. Dave going high and wide. That's in the water. It's got to be in the water.
No.
Nah, he's safe. Matteo here, he's fallen behind the pace a little bit here. He's
That's the FX2 he has.
Yep. He's now in 3rd place, so he needs this. This will be good if he gets some skip.
Skip? Oh, no.
Jeez, that just sat down.
Yeah. He should still have a look at the basket from the left side of the tree, possibly.
Yeah, you could see he's checking the wind. He thought that would lift a little more.
Yeah, he still has a look.
You saw Ezra hit one similar during the back 9.
Oh.
Good run.
Yeah, good run. Just not the height. Everything else was perfect.
Isaac here to push that lead a little further here.
He was flirting with the water there.
He was. Oh, no.
Dave looks like he was flirting with it too.
Yeah.
That's what going inside the tree ends you with. Oh, and just too
shy.
low.
Yeah. Ez here for a chance to tie the lead.
Oh.
I was going to say count it. That looks good all the way.
I think this wind is really wreaking havoc on this putt.
Isaac able to secure the par comeback there, so he won't give up any strokes here. But again, it's a tricky hole.
Yeah.
It's one that you figure these guys would kind of dissect and all get their twos on, but this wind, the angle, is a couple things just to factor in.
Yeah. Moving into our 6th hole. It's hole 14. It's playing as a par 3. Not 800 feet. Again, the graphic is useless. What you really want to do is just keep it in the middle, keep it straight, and get all the way down here. We did card a few 3s this weekend on this hole, so we know it's possible to technically par this hole on the final 9.
Yeah, you want to avoid the water at all costs here. Just kind of stay high side is better than low side on this hole.
You don't want to be too far right, though. That right there looked like it came back in just enough. But yeah, you definitely don't want to get wet when we're playing this as a par 3, and it's not 800 feet, but it's still down there.
It's moving right nicely.
Yeah. Should come back in.
If it hits that high stuff, it'll slow it down. Oh, he's got the skip.
Skip. And
settles.
ooh.
That is...
Part of the disc is wet for sure.
Oh, that's gonna be an interesting one. No graphics, so we don't know if he's out of bounds or not on that one. Dave flipping one up. Kind of finishing.
Yeah, that's the thing about the flip up is the finishing.
This has some action towards the water too.
Yeah, but
looks like I won't say if as Dave lets you know what he thought about that one. Matty going mid-range here. Right, dead center up the middle. Beautiful flight. Very nice shot there. So he's got this. He's got a little bit of a longer second shot, but he knows he's an ideal landing area for that first shot.
Yeah. And I say he's played this hole a little bit different than he did the first time on round 3.
He went forehand during round 3 off the tee.
But that mid was a much better play. I think he ended up with just about the same result though for the second shot, but peace of mind.
Feldberg's got the hyzer line here. He's got to kind of push this on the right side. Oh, he's flirting with that branch.
Just clipped something, but yeah.
He's all right, though.
Yeah. I don't think it altered his course that much.
Take a picture.
You can mark it. Picture. I mean, that's too, I don't want the tournament. I don't want to make the call either. If I had to vote right now, I would do the benefits of the players.
I would agree.
I mean, I do like the sound of that, but I do, but some people, some people would say the integrity of the line is that water that's running there a little bit, even though it's thin, and that you're out, you know. So it's just like.
You were touching like this little grass and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I was touching over there. But you know, some people would say that grass.
Who would we show it to? For like
this is this water.
We could ask Kevin.
Isn't it a group consensus though?
Get Kevin. Make Kevin swing.
Right, if they don't want to vote though, you
FaceTime.
Well, I think that's why we're doing a provisional though, because
they don't want to vote.
Okay, so I'll mark it right here.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, you think you mark it the same way?
Yeah, it's the same line.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll have to play from the mud either way. Right here. If I'm
2 shots from there.
Okay.
So we're going to see Isaac's upshot here next while these guys were kind of figuring out the situation there with Ezra's disc. So because they didn't want to make a group consensus initially, they ended up talking to the tournament director and explaining the situation. Isaac takes his good shot there.
Mm-hmm.
Ezra ended up playing 2 shots. We're only going to show you the actual shot that counted, which was his first initial shot. So he did not end up being OB. So that right there was actually his second shot.
Yeah.
Dave looking to step one in here for a 3. We've seen him already work magic with this putter. Ooh, that's high.
Yeah.
So Isaac here with a look for his 3 and to maintain his share of the lead.
Oh.
Ooh, that's an uncharacteristic miss there.
Yeah.
A little bit of frustration seeping in there. He knows he needed that one. Matty O. That is a 3 for Matty O. So Isaac's going to fall back a little bit here to the card.
Feldberg's going to have the 4, which is going to show as a bogey for the final 9.
Ezra, despite kind of being in the water here, is going to walk away with the 3. So that's a big momentum shift there. Especially with Isaac having missed his putt and Matty-O having made his.
Yeah.
So now it is a tie atop with the Robinson brothers. And Matty-O just 1 stick behind. See the 3-hole recap here. You're seeing a bit of red, but that's only because, again, these holes are all playing as strictly par 3s.
Yeah, Jim, when I first met Jim was the first time I actually played against Matt Orum. It was the 2004 Birmingham tax tourney, and Matt was just 16 years old. He hadn't won anything really yet, and his dad was out there, and he was just rooting him on. It was just something about, you know, him having his dad out there, and you could see his dad being so proud of him, that I just kind of gravitated towards Jim and started talking to him about Southern Nationals, and just kind of developed a little friendship like that. But I didn't get to spend as much time as I'd like to Jim. Probably only got to visit him about 6-7 times in my life, but every time it was memorable. He was a great guy, put a smile on your face, and just a real great human being.
I mean, Jim was always very nice to me. You know, he gave me a place to stay in Mobile for a couple tournaments, even though I was competing against his son. He was always a gentleman about it, whether he won or whether I won. It was always, you know, Jim always had a smile on his face, always wanted to talk to me, always wanted to help. That would help anybody.
Man, Jim was this guy that when he showed up to a tournament, everybody just wanted to talk to. He was a guy's guy. He had this great, big, boisterous laugh that, you know, you could hear Jim across the course, and when you heard his laugh, you just wanted to laugh too. It was very infecting. It's hard to describe. Just some people just have that it factor, and you're just like, I want to know this guy. And Jim was that guy. You know, and it's kind of carried over to Matty. You know, Matty plays, and people just love Matty. There's something about his personality that people just really are drawn to, or were drawn to Jim, and you know, they're drawn to Matt in the same way.
I mean, I just gotta make him proud, you know. Thank you, Dad, for everything you did. I wouldn't be here without him, and I do everything for him.
This is our 7th hole, I believe. It is a par 3 coming in at 260, and we saw during the 3rd round that it did put up a fight. Getting through those initial gaps and securing a birdie was something that the card could not do. So let's see if these players, after playing the hole once, have figured out how to correct on their previous rounds.
That got skinny.
That was the skinniest gap there. That was the skinniest gap.
We found a way.
I'm calling misfire. I don't know if it was or not. But.
Matteo here looking to pipe one down the middle. He had some trouble with this during the first round. During the last round.
That's the same tree that he hit.
That tree's just perfectly placed. You saw there the interviews about Matteo's dad and just Jim Orum and what everything he's meant to Southern Nationals over the years, and you know, really great to see this event still carrying on and continuing with the legacy that he started so many years ago. Dave getting a little skippity skip.
Yep, but we're seeing that this hole is still putting up a defense, even though it's only 260 feet.
Good run there by
Matty.
Matty.
Trying to put it in for the 2.
I mean, at worst, Ezra didn't really get too far down either, so he's going to have a tough look at it.
Oh,
I'm sorry, Ezra is down
Ezra
there.
did get down.
Isaac, sorry. Yeah. Ooh.
He ran it, though.
He needed that. So Matteo to clean this up here.
Oh,
he knows.
Yeah.
There's only 2 holes left. He knows how important that putt was. All right, let's look at the situation. Dave taps in. Isaac's going to have a par here. Ezra is right there. He's going to take a 2.
Yeah.
So he's going to leapfrog here and take the lead with 2 holes to go.
Here's the outright lead now.
That is, wow. I did not see that coming. Matteo there rightfully frustrated after missing that putt for par there. 2 strokes is a whole different ballgame to overcome with 2 holes versus 1. So hole 17, this is our 7th hole, a par 4 coming in at 625 feet, roughly. The ideal play here is throw the disc hard and see what happens into the initial gap. It's kind of a maze of trees to beat, but once you hit the initial gap, you just kind of got to deal with the results after.
Yep.
I'm sorry, this is a par 3, not a par 4, as I said.
Looks like Ezra's trying to take the same line he took before.
Clips a late tree, but
Didn't quite get all the way there, but he has a look.
Yep.
Isaac's following suit. His was moving to the right just a little bit more, and he found an early tree.
Dave's got that Eco Destroyer in his hand one more time. He worked some magic with it just a couple of holes ago. Posing. He likes it. Oh no! Looked like he had the line there.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you from the tee box, the right side doesn't look like it's right. But obviously there's something over there. There's magic over there.
Matteo coming right at our third cam there.
And that right there's your typical landing area for driving this home.
Yeah.
And then just navigating from there.
Just want to give a shout out and a thank you to, oh, that looks really good. To Jake Phelps for working the third cam for us during this final 9. He kind of stepped up and said, yeah, I can go ahead and work that cam for you fellas. So really appreciate it. Hopefully it adds a little something to the coverage here that you guys are all enjoying.
Oh.
Ooh, last tree got him.
Yeah. But he's still inside the circle, so we'll see.
Yeah, he should have a look there. Matteo lining up a very important putt here. Just
Didn't quite give it enough juice.
Yeah. Ezra here looking to kind of push the pedal a bit. Oh. Dave with a long look for the 3 after clipping the tree on his approach. Didn't quite turn it enough. That AVR still got some life in it. And Isaac. Oh my. That may seal it. Ezra's pretty much parked for his 3.
Yep, so he taps in his 3.
So that's going to extend the lead there. Isaac's going to drop down to 27 under. Matteo staying at 26. Dave with the bogey is going to drop down to 21 under. Just a couple of small mistakes here, and that's all it takes when you're dealing with this caliber of competition.
So this is our finishing hole yet again. Hole 18, par 3, 375 feet. Nothing but trouble on the left. There's no option there. On the right is a bailout zone. So if you're going to the right, you know you're going to concede to a 3. If you're going to attack it, you're going to have to go with a forehand or go straight at it and hope that everything lands right.
You see our leaders here checking out the scores, trying to see where everybody is in terms of score and what they need to do. Ezra, I'm sure, knows he's got a 2-stroke advantage. Let's push this one safely to the right. Does not want to mess around with that left whatsoever.
Yep.
Matty knows he needs to push this.
So he went forehand on the 3rd round. Ended up a little short.
That's got some flip up to it.
Oh, look at that. Looks this.
Good one up.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
He was really trying to push the issue there.
Yeah. Let's see that again. Their lace line here. You can see he flips it up, gets a nice carry, then just kind of breaks right. Just shy of going in.
Yeah. You can't tell me he wasn't trying to ring that up.
Yeah. Isaac here, I'm sure, knows he needs to get aggressive too. He's going right at it.
He didn't like it. I heard the clap.
There's some sticky grass. Oh, man. And that has found the
that's
OB.
surprising that it hit that grass twice and didn't stick just because of how tall the grass is over there. It's not like this pine straw or this barren area. It's really lush, and it skipped twice.
You saw Ezra's disc land not quite as far left during round 3, and it just kind of checked up and sat.
Yeah.
So that really is surprising. Dave going right, kind of where Ezra was. Got a late tree.
Yeah, that late tree kind of. He would have had a look at it too from behind if he would have got through that little hole there.
Yeah. Dave here is going to have that really low-hanging limbs and bush of that tree there to kind of contend with.
Yeah, so he's just pitching up to take his 3. He didn't really have a look at trying to get in.
Ezra laying up for the win here. Sits down. Isaac for his par. Oh, man. Just a rough stretch here to kind of finish out this tournament. He's got to go fishing now. And Matty O dropping in a beautiful birdie. Look at how close he was.
That's ridiculous.
Wow. Dave with a nice showing. Isaac dropping in that bogey after going OB, and Ezra Robinson with a big-time comeback from this final 9 here to claim the 2020 Southern Nationals win.
So we see that came down to a tight race. The last 3 holes were really the deciding factor in who was walking away with the win here. So big shout outs to Ezra Robinson, Matty O, and Isaac Robinson.
There you see the final scoreboard here. There were some USDGC spots on the line here, so Ezra Robinson has punched his ticket to the USDGC.
I'd like to give a huge shout out to Spalding County for letting this course actually happen, and also giving the green light to make this a permanent course in some configuration. Thank you to Kevin McCoy for working with us in part to get us out here to cover this event.
And of course, thank you to our Patreon supporters. We appreciate every dollar that comes in to help keep us on the road to bring you events like this. Hopefully we'll be back out here again for Southern Nationals 2021, wherever that may be, somewhere in the Southeast.
Yeah.
Once again, we are Run Productions. Thank you so much for checking out the coverage. Make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment below. Let us know what you thought about this 3-cam coverage.
And like we always say,
Let's get excited for some disc golf.